Your teacher for today. I was happy to be asked to be part of this Stitch Pink Block of the Month sample quilt because I like sampler quilts. They're fun, they're not monotonous, where you're doing the same block over and over and you get really tired of it. Each one's different and hopefully you're learning a little bit of something with each block. So today I'm going to give you some little bit of help and hints on how to have a successful quilt and quilt blocks. First of all, I want you to look at color 365 Scarlet in your kit of block number 4, because we did find an error in what they gave me, and I want you to make sure that it's 5 by 22, because the piece that they gave me was 3 inches, and I couldn't make it for block number 4. And you see this piece right here, where you're making the leaves for the flowers, you have to have that, you're going to be cutting at 4 7/8. So if it's smaller, we needed to correct that, but it looks like they've got them all correct. Yeah, it looks like it's close to me, because it should be 5 inches. You're going to cut at 4 7/8. The directions are pretty straightforward, like 4 7/8. You want to cut 4 7/8, not say 5 inches and cut it down.
Okay.
Okay, and I found that most of the blocks, if you cut it to what they say, you have very little trimming to do. You might be trimming off a little, like the little dog ears, the points on the ends, you might be cutting those off, or just shaving just a little bit. But as far as actually trimming your blocks as you go, there's not much to do. The thing I like about quilting is this is your quilt, and you sew to your standards, and you sew to what makes you happy.
Yes.
That said, with the pressing directions, I found they were pretty good, but I was taught to press your seams open, and it's just kind of what I do because you have less bulk. There's a few of these blocks. I remember particularly on this one here, on block number 4 on your stem, you may want to press those seams open on the stem part so that it lies more flat. Otherwise, when you come up here to this point, you're liable to have a little bit more bulk. So see what your fabric wants to do. See if it wants to nest, see if it's better and happier if you press it open. I also recommend that you take your 3 blocks and your patterns and look to see, like say you're using one of the white pieces, look and see which is the biggest and cut your biggest pieces first, and then the smaller, as you go down. Even highlight all the white ones in one color and then maybe certain ones in another color, and that way you're always cutting your largest pieces first.
Okay.
And you ensure that way you have enough of your fabric to make all of your blocks. Just keep your accurate 1/4 inch seam throughout the process. And then lastly, just pay attention to your pictures. The pictures in these patterns I found are very helpful. They're great in showing what where the pieces go. The thing that you need to pay attention to, when you're doing half square triangles and you've got some that are pointing this way and some that are pointing this way, stop and read your directions twice. Look at the picture twice, and you won't have to rip out one. I will often put a ruler and kind of keep my place, so I'm not trying to read ahead and whatnot. But I think it's block 6 that, no, it's, let's see, hang on. Yes, block 6. Do not be intimidated. There are a lot of half square triangles in this block. Just one at a time, and pay attention to where it goes. And once you start putting it together, you're gonna go, oh, this is kind of, that ended up being my favorite block out of the ones that I made. Because it was fun. It was a little intimidating at first, but pay attention to your B and C colors of which one's on which side.
Okay.
And you'll see that they are, C's are, it's kind of like a windmill. They're always going to be on one side all the way around. Okay?
Yes.
So that's it. I hope it goes well for you, and happy sewing.